Daddy picky for Bamenda, oh, la 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 la. Which Bamenda woman go dance with no turn? Then no be correct Bamenda picky. Drag chair she down my country people because story day. If you my country person, drag chair she down. My people, I am so excited because it's been 3 amazing years that my life, in fact, so many things changed in my life. 3 years, all because I said yes to an opportunity that I came across, right? On Facebook, on Facebook. Now, my people, when I came across this business opportunity back in 2022, being active duty, I wasn't jobless. I had a 9-to-5 job. So if you're watching me right now, you're active duty, your reservist, your National Guard, your IRR, thank you for your service. Being active duty and being a single mom, I be see shaggy. You understand? It was really rough for me because all I had was 3 months and I had to go back to work. And I had my baby through CS. So my healing was a little bit slow. I mean, if you're a mother watching me right now, you know our bodies respond differently, especially when it comes to motherhood. So mine was a little bit slow, but guess what? I had no choice. I had to go back to work. And I literally had to depend on daycare to start raising my 3-month-old baby. That was my wake-up call, trust me. When I saw that, you know, I was like, okay, Ale, I feel like you need to do things differently.
You ready for today?
I don't want to depend on daycare to raise my child for me. I want to be there in the life of my children, inculcating them values, and, you know, just be there. Be a present mother, right? So that's how I started looking for something I could do from the comfort of my home. As you can see, I'm making this small video for my little office space here at my home. So now, when I started this business in 2022, it was really a rough time in the sense that people were still, you know, recovering from, you know, because I mean, 2019, the pandemic, 2019, 2020, 20, people lost a lot of money, right? Because they invested in wrong businesses, they got scammed. So 2022, people were still trying to recover from all of that, right? And then boom, Ale is here launching a digital business. My friends and families did not want to hear anything about it. Fast forward, this alert, I still went ahead, right? I was like, you know what? Nothing changes if nothing changes. I came out here for these opportunities and I'm not going to just sit back and fold my arm and let people who are not even present when I need them to advise me, because there was nobody available to help me even when I would have to, you know, go pull 24-hour shift. I remember that there was a time they told me they were going to kick me out because I couldn't provide, you know, a sustainable family care plan. So to me at that time, I felt like, okay, I had to do things differently. So I went ahead, I took my leap of faith and I started this business. Like I said, fast forward, my 5th month in business, I made my first huge 5-figure. I made $42,000 from this business from the comfort of my home. I know you've been seeing videos of people posting checks, and that was one thing about my family. I remember one of my cousins had to drive like an hour just to come see these checks in person. So as you can see here, and also pay attention to the date, yeah? You see here, $135. Look at the date, June 27, 2025. That's one. Look at this here, $390. Look at the date, June 26, 2025. Another one here, $585. Look at the date, June 26, 2025. Another one here, $165. Look at the date, June 26, 2025. Look at another one here, $9,000, June 26, 2025. My people, right here, I have over this, I think the last time it was like 17,000. So I have about $17,000 here. All of this from the comfort of my home. When my cousin drove about an hour just to come and see these checks in person, she was one of the people that signed up because she saw the checks in person, right? Now, that same December, I was like, you know what, Ale, what do you do with this money? So I decided to buy my first property. I'm making this video in one of my properties because I do not just have one property as we speak. And then I had just been in the US for 4 years. Yes, I had just been in the US for 4 years because now I've been in the US for 7 years. November will make me 7 years in the US, and I've been doing this business now for 3 years. So my people, being in the US 4 years, buying a property, that was like it was like a new, I don't know, it felt like a bomb to some people. Like, what? Alet bought the property, a single mom? That's when some of them now started believing that, okay, this business is real. Oh, those checks that they keep seeing me posting, they are real checks. And me now, as I they shock people like that, 2 months down the road, I got out of the military. They're like, yeah, you don't come on at me. I was like, yep. why call something a plan B when it pays more? So I decided that, you know what, since I was already struggling with daycare and all that, let me just be home. Since this business is already giving me these high five figures, let me just put in more time. And trust me, I started this business with no experience. No experience at all, but I knew deep down in me that I was ready to learn. And with this particular business model, one thing that also really got me started with this business, because then active duty, there were so many things that needed to align. I mean, you know, if you know, you know, there are so many regulations when you're in the army, right? And first and foremost, I couldn't do anything that wasn't legitimate. So when I did my due diligence, we realized that with my own supervisor, my superior at work at that time, my staff sergeant, we did our due diligence. Was like, oh, this business is registered. Aled is good. I mean, you get a 1099 at the end of the year to file taxes. So that is how I was like, okay, you know what? If my staff sergeant is able to tell me that, oh, this business is good, why not? Let me just go ahead and start. So first and foremost, if you're watching this video and you're like, oh, how legitimate it is, just know that I would not have done this business while active duty if it wasn't legitimate, or even put my face out there. So now, February, I got out of the army. I just decided to focus on my business. Boom, 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 boom. I started ranking up in my business. And then my elder sister, who had been in Canada for 11 years, reached out to me that, Aled, I think I'm tired of watching you succeed. Hold my hand. Show me how to get this done. And I was like, Maso, it's okay. Let's go ahead and get started, right? She registered, clicked on my link, paid her $149. We did everything, built her, customized her website, and she's just been in this business for what? 1 year, some change. And she just bought her first property in Canada after 11 years of living in an apartment. That is how much this business is transforming lives. We have companies that we're affiliated with, okay? So if you go on my page, you might not see products. That doesn't mean that we don't have products, but just that me personally, I chose not to deal with their products directly, okay? So there are two ways you can earn these checks in this business, right? You can either do the direct or the indirect. Direct meaning you can sell the company's product if you choose to. But me at that time, being a single mom, already struggling with time, I did not even have time to hold inventory or start shipping anything to anybody. So if you're somebody like myself with a very busy schedule, because in this community, we have a community of over 258,000 people. Doctors, nurses, engineers, you can name it, CNA, stay home mom, stay home dads. The other day I saw a post of a lady, she's an anesthesiologist, and I was like, the last time I checked, these people make the most money in the health field. How come this lady is doing this business? So this is just to tell you that this is not a business for jobless people. These are people from different walks of life who are doing this business full-time, some of them doing it part-time. So if you were able to stick around to listen to me, then it's time for you to click on that Learn More button. Watch that free webinar or copy my number. My number is going to be somewhere around here. Contact me on WhatsApp or call me directly if you're in the US. Let's talk more so that you can learn about this business. When I moved to the US, I used to live in a basement. But today I was able to acquire my second property. I now own a traditional business, a whole car dealership, my people. But when I moved to the US, my first car was a 1999 Toyota Camry. I bought that car for $1,200. If you enter that motor, lock the door, slam the door, me and you fight, because everything starts falling off in that car. The car handle, so everything will fall off. But today I'm able to drive any car I want just because I said yes to an opportunity 3 years ago. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It comes with dedication, it comes with hard work, it comes with discipline. So if you're somebody who is willing to learn, I'm here to hold your hand and show you how it's possible in the online space. Like I said, this is a registered business. If it wasn't legitimate, I would not have started this business in the first place. You get a 1099 at the end of the year that enables you to file taxes. When I say file taxes, it's not just declaring your income, but you're able to write off all the expenses incurred running this business for that particular fiscal year. So it's a win-win for you at the end of the day. If you're a seasoned business owner, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're not a business owner, you might not really get it. But that's why I invite you to come join me, join my team. I have over 1,000+ people I'm mentoring who are succeeding in the online space. I'm here to hold your hand and show you know how they say you cannot lead somebody, somewhere you haven't been yourself. I can tell you today that it's possible to retire at the age of 28 because I was able to retire at the age of 28. Is that what you want for yourself? Then go ahead and get started. I look forward to welcoming you. Bye for now.